After a wonderful embarkation the day before, we are now arriving at Tarascon. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Jairo, and if you have been following me, welcome back. This is day 2 of the AmaKristina River Cruise. Me and my father are starting the day with a nice breakfast and stunning views from the Rhone River. Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to do a walking tour. We just got to Tarascon and our ship, our boat is right here. As you can see, we haven't been on the upper level yet because it's been raining just a little bit, so it hasn't been open. But we do hope to get on top later on. And we are going to, as I said, going to do a walking tour today. There's also people doing biking tours. I'm a little bit tired, I don't even know why. But it looks great, it looks great. After a brief drive along the Tarascon Castle, we continue to the south. So we are now in the city of Arles, and we have these that we follow the guide with. And so, yeah, we're gonna start our tour now. Every day you may choose from up to 4 tour options depending on the location. For this morning we chose the Arles walking tour, which first took us to the beautiful Plaza de la République. Once a provisional capital of ancient Rome, this city is also known for many remains from that era, which we will be heading to in a bit. But worth noting is that it's also famed for inspiring the paintings of Van Gogh. Throughout the city you may find signs like these that explain where Van Gogh got his inspiration from. If you are into art at all, you will definitely recognize a few throughout this vlog. In here there's a distillery. We're gonna take like a brief peek at this one. And our group is gone. And I cannot hear her anymore. So I'm pretty sure she's down here though. I'm not sure if she went left or right. That's going to be a problem. So this is the garden that inspired one of the paintings of Van Gogh. After a stroll through the beautiful streets, we continue to the Antique Theater of Arles, which is a 1st century Roman theater built during the reign of Caesar Augustus. Right next to it is the Arles Amphitheater, which is one of the main reasons we chose this tour. Built in 90 AD, the amphitheater has a resemblance of the Rome Colosseum. It initially held over 20,000 spectators of chariot races and bloody hand-to-hand battles. Today, however, it's probably the most prominent tourist attraction in this city, which thrived in ancient Rome. Wow, this is super nice.
With gladiators in the morning, there were animal fights, there were animal hunts. For lunch, people would go out for lunch and exit the nearest one.
This has been pretty impressive. We chose this tour especially because of this amphitheater, and they've been telling us about the history of it. Super interesting and super nice. Now, it was bombed by mistake in the Second World War, but they have restored it, and there's a long history behind it, with even houses, even people living here, if you could believe that. And there are still bull races and bull fights held here.
We wrapped up the morning at another one of Van Gogh's famous spots for inspiration. Can you guess this one?
So Arles is here, and just about 20 miles down this river you can get to the Mediterranean Sea.
After driving back to the boat for a brief lunch, we were quickly back out for our afternoon tour, which took us to the Carrière de Lumieres.
So this is also interesting to see outside. I mean, you're still inside, you don't need to exit to see that. Going to the restrooms, you'll see the outer part of the quarries. And you can see them mined block by block. And there are a lot also of information about the movie, I mean, shot here, and also about Paul Cézanne and Vasily Kandinsky.
The tours and entrances are all included in your cruise, and I found this so practical compared to ocean cruises.
So we are here at Carrière de Luminaire. We're gonna watch a show, a light show here, but to give you guys an example of how the place looked like before the show starts, we are not underground, but certainly in a mountain, cart mounting, and yeah, we saw part of the show, part of the ending of the previous one. So now the show is about to start. Guys, there are two shows, so you wait for the first one to finish, and there's the second one here. And I thought the first one looked great. This one looks even better. I cannot show you the whole thing, but it's very nice to be here. Very nice. We're gonna check out this top of the mountain up there somewhere, which is close by the quarry that we were. Elevation.
In the area of Baux in 1821, when melted down, it gives aluminum. This is to make aluminum, and this was discovered here. The first village was not the part we're crossing now. The first village was actually at the foot of the castle, the medieval castle. And houses were carved into the rocks at first. And then, as the population grew, and there was no longer, need for a walled place, this was enlarged, and the houses you're going to see on the way, most of them, the oldest ones, date back from the 16th century. So I'm going to stay on the main street, then I will turn right to the church and the chapel. There's a nice viewpoint here. Then I will go back here, and then it's flat. So it's a slope, it's a progressive slope here, and then it's flat to see what's on the other side.
This is called Baux. I don't know the name. But she's been explaining, and it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. It looks great. I feel like in an episode of Game of Thrones or something like that.
After climbing for a few minutes, we finally reached the top of this hill and the views were incredible. On the way down, we visited a cemetery which I found pretty interesting, but it was also time to head back to the boat for our dinner, which really is one of the highlights of this cruise, and I'm sure you can see why.
After that dinner, we are heading to the front of the boat to check out a bridge that we are like standing there. The boat is standing there, and we're gonna check it out now. Good evening, Captain.
By nighttime, we were actually back where we started in Avignon, and this was the Pont d'Avignon, a medieval bridge across the Rhone, which only 4 arcs survive. If you haven't seen my previous episode, I will leave a link to it at the end of this one. After some photos and getting cold on the top deck, we headed back down for some good music and entertainment. Thank you for watching, and be pending for more from southern France.